Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. I post readings 2 or 3 times a week, and always on a Sunday I ask for immediate guidance. What do you need to know right now? There is a message that Spirit wishes you to receive today, right here and right now, and then we'll follow through if it's appropriate and find out if there's any follow through for the coming week from that initial message. So beautiful souls, we're going to draw 3 cards together. I'm really feeling that the card on the top is for pile 1. Okay, let me just tune in and draw 2 more cards. We're going to draw for 3 readings. This is pile 2. And this is for pile 3. This is the one that I'm seeing. Now I'm going to turn these over. I'm also going to draw a rune and a charm for each of the readings as well. Beautiful souls, welcome. Here I am rushing into the cards. Welcome back to all of you who are already a part of this absolutely magical community we're building here in YouTube. And welcome to anyone new to my readings. This is the Moon Magic Weekly Tarot channel. And yeah, I do post several times a week. Usually pick a card readings. Let's look at pile 1. Okay, you have, here am I turning it the other way up. How interesting. You have the Hanged Man. So this is the card for pile 1. Let me show this to you so you can see it really clearly. So pile 1 has the Hanged Man. How interesting. I wanted to write it immediately and put it the other way up. I kind of listen to everything that shows up in a reading, even right at the beginning, here and now. Pile 2. We have the card of the Devil. Okay, so this is the card for pile 2. And for pile 3, we have the Hermit. This is the card for pile 3. Beautiful cards. Super Souls, I will put all the links to the cards that I'm using. If at all, if possible, if I can access them, I will put links into the description box below. So if there's any cards I'm using that you're really interested in, you'll be able to see where to get them. Okay, now let's draw a rune and a charm. If you already know which of the readings, it could be a reading, it might be more than one, which of them are really kind of singing to you, the timestamps as well as the cards and the links, they're all in the description box below, so you can always fast forward to the reading if you want to. I'm going to draw runes and charms as well, 1 for each. Okay, so pile 1, you have an octopus. This is beautiful, loving this. And you have the rune of movement. How beautiful. Okay. This is Awaz, the rune of movement, and the octopus. How interesting that I wanted to move this card the other way up. Okay, pile 2. Let's not dive too much into anything at this stage. Right, pile 2. You have the charm of the heart. Oh, this is just lovely. And you have the rune of defense. Okay. Let's put that heart just there. Okay. And then you have, for pile 3, oh, you have the lizard. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And you have the rune of Perth initiation. So this is for pile 3. Okay. Right. Super Souls, I am going to leave the video running just for a few moments longer. Take as long as you need. If you need to press the pause button, you can always do that as well. And I will see you in the readings in just a moment. And we will literally open ourselves to receive messages, see what channels through, and ask Spirit for immediate guidance for a message that you need to have and to know right here and right now. Beautiful souls, see you in the readings in just a moment. Hey Pile 1, welcome to your reading, and there's such a fascinating energy around your reading. Now we're asking for an immediate message. What does Spirit wish you to know right here and right now? I feel with the octopus energy and my wanting to I wanted to turn the card the right way up. I wanted to make something happen here. And the Hanged Man, I feel sort of almost spiritually, really, that if something isn't moving forwards, it's because there's a bigger picture or there's a greater purpose. This is what's really channeling through for me in your message right now. Something is going to shift and move, and I actually do think it's going to shift and move quite quickly, and I sort of feel that's almost one of the messages that we're being given here for you. Something is going to shift and turn quite quickly. This rune signifies the bettering of any situation. Something that was stuck becomes unstuck with the Hanged Man, but maybe there's something you need to see to make this happen. It may also be that you're, I don't know, like spinning lots of different plates. I'm sort of feeling like there's, do you know, this is the message that's channeling through, so I'm just going to sit with this. I feel like with the octopus, there's more than one, it's like, I'm sort of almost like seeing ducks in a row, and there's more than one thing that has to fall into place before something can shift and move. When it does, it's almost like the planets lining up. That's what I'm feeling. There's going to be a point in time when the planets align, almost the energy aligns, all the ducks are in a row, and it's going to shift and turn so quickly. A situation will right itself. It will move forwards, gather momentum, and it's going to happen fast and in a beautiful way. But right now, it's like you're waiting, you're having to wait for certain things to fall into place before a situation can be ready to move forwards. So if there is anything, my beautiful souls, that feels as if it's a bit stuck, or you're left hanging, you're in limbo, you don't quite know what's going on in your world, and if you were drawn to this reading, that would suggest there'll be something around you that isn't feeling quite like it's moving as you would like it to. Anything that you feel in limbo with, there's other things that have to be attended to. It's like there's a bigger picture, and you may not be aware of all of those other things as yet. You may not yet be able to see them. There's an element of being asked to trust, really, here, actually. Let's draw more cards and see what we're shown. Let's draw some oracle cards for you first. I can feel the card on the base of the pack here, definitely coming through for you. That's that one, actually. Lots of oracle cards for you today. How lovely. Just the one from this pack. And just the one, oh no, two from this pack. Okay, right, beautiful souls. Let's have a look and see what we have. How interesting it came out in reverse. Desert harvest. How interesting. Right, you're having to wait for something. You're on your way. Yeah, there is something that is feeling as though, I think you're feeling like it's going to be never ending. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. And I feel like your spirit team are really saying to you, look, this isn't going to be never ending. It's just that ducks have to line up in a row. Like, there's other things that have to take place. There's a process to go through before this can move forwards. There's a lot of reassurance. I'm also feeling a little bit like, and I hope, well, I just have to say it, I suppose, because this is what I'm feeling. I feel like I am sitting amongst a group of angels who are all having a bit of a giggle. I think maybe you're taking something very seriously, and I'm not suggesting you shouldn't, but you're taking something very seriously, or you're viewing it as quite a, oh, it's never ending, it's never gonna, it's like it feels very dry. And the giggling is almost like, just wait and see. This is going to turn around really, really quickly. And it's almost that sort of giggle that, you know, and we'll see if we can tune into some timing in a minute for you. But it's almost as if when you get to that point of movement, you'll be like, oh, why was I so hung up about it? Why was I kind of so invested in feeling like it was never going to happen? Because actually it is going to happen, most definitely. What else do we have for you here? Take time out, gossip and drama. Okay, right. Yes, how interesting. So, first of all, gossip and drama. Talking behind people's backs is one of the greatest producers of negative energy, with the potential to affect not only individuals but entire communities. Make a choice not to involve yourself in this. This card also asks that if you are unable to find anything positive to say, then please consider saying nothing. Okay. I think that you, in whatever it is that feels like it's hanging, as it were, I think it sort of feels for you as if there are people putting a spanner in the works. Something that should be quite, you should be able to achieve it in a really straightforward way, and you can't because there's other stuff going on. So I think for some of you it feels like there's stuff going on in the background. But what I'm hearing is that, you know, this is going to get sorted. You don't need to buy into the concerns about it. It's like everything here, I actually feel like the universe is orchestrating something behind the scenes, and that whatever is going on, rather than tapping into it and feeling like there's this sort of dry channel and you're never going to get to where you need to be, it does feel as though you're going to be laughing about this. The solution is going to happen. And what you're being shown here is, you know, give yourself permission to stop. This just says sometimes we just need to slow down and rest up, and yet so often we keep pushing and pushing, though there are clear signs that we should stop. Taking time out now will allow you to replenish your energy and return revitalized and with an abundance of focused energy. So this is really clear, really, really clear. This is literally saying, I almost want you to just ignore something. There's something going on where you're feeling in limbo. There's more to it. There's stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and you know there's stuff going on behind the scenes, and it could easily do your head in. You can either kind of like buy into it, or you can just accept the fact that it's happening and you can't do anything about it, and just choose not to get involved, even within your own head. I think there's a sense of you trying to work out how you're going to navigate this. And in fact, I feel like somehow something is going on behind the scenes that's going to sort it out. And the key here for you is to take time out, remove all pressure, totally remove all pressure. Might draw some clarifying cards around this, I think, in just a moment, to see if we get a little bit more information, just to help you to step away. But that's the message, really. We then have Kairos. Okay. How beautiful. We've got the Eternal Child and Anima Mundi. Okay, where should we place these cards? Now, I'm going to be drawing tarot cards in a moment, so we've got to work out where best to put everything. We're going to inevitably draw cards over the top of these, so I'll just put them here. Okay. Okay, right, my beautiful pile one. All of these cards are really telling us that kind of like divine timing is at work. I feel like your worry about something is unnecessary. I think the situation that you're in is very real. You are absolutely, most definitely in limbo with something. Literally, it's not exactly at a standstill, but there's stuff going on and you can't do anything about it, and you know it. And I think what's happening though is that you're pushing to try and find a way through it, or to try and work out a variety of different solutions. With the octopus, almost like you're exploring different routes, different avenues, different potential ways of handling it. But I think what's happening, and you know, this, you need to take any reading and see what resonates with you, but I feel what is happening, and what we're being shown here, is that you're working overtime trying to work out all the possible potential avenues of making something move forwards. Because really, I think you just want it sorted. It's got that feeling about it. And your message is really clear. It's kind of saying, look, there are things that are out of your control, so don't bother to buy into them. And this is where I felt like I had these, I say don't bother to buy into them. I feel like I've got your angels around me, really offering a great deal of communication. It's not that you should ignore it, because it's a very real situation, and I think whatever's going on behind the scenes, it does affect you, and of course it does. Of course it does. You are a sensitive person, and trying to ignore it doesn't work. On the other hand, trying to fix it isn't working either. That's what your angels are speaking about. We're being shown these two sides. Ignoring it, it won't go away, but you can't fix it either. And what they're sort of saying is, you know, you can be aware of it without, it's like be aware of it, but also kind of trust that everything is possible. The eternal child speaks of possibility. There's a solution, there's an answer, there will be something that will be just right. And all of these cards on some level speak about timing. You don't need to see the answer just yet. It's going to sort of be born, it's going to emerge. So this is what I'm really seeing here. Take some time out, chill out. Don't ignore it. Don't pretend it's not there. That's unhelpful. But don't try to fix it either. I know that can be a tough call, because we instinctively, if something isn't right, we want to try and work it out. What they're also sort of saying is that, in a way, if you invest a lot of energy, on some level, you're sort of maintaining this a little bit just by validating it and acknowledging it. It's really, I mean, it's a fine line, isn't it, to validate and acknowledge something whilst also not buying into it. And I think what we're being shown here, there's a lot of angelic energy around. I just feel like my space is sort of lit up. I really feel like you're really being supported in a very angelic way. You know, we get different messages sometimes coming through from your higher self, from your guides, but your angels, there's a real angelic energy around this reading. I just have to voice that and just wish to say that to you. Your angels are really working behind the scenes. Reach out to them when you feel like you're kind of getting a bit tangled. You know what's going on. There's certain things you simply can't interfere with or affect, and therefore, and you can't see the answer just yet, but they are telling you that the answer is coming, and this is your primary, most important message, really advising you to take time out, look after yourself, just replenish yourself, replenish your energy rather than expending it into this. We'll just draw a couple of clarifying cards around this gossip and drama, and then I'm going to draw additional tarot cards to see what else we're shown for you. Okay, so this is the card that's coming through. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, right? This is really, really clear. I want to say don't bear a grudge, okay? Now, as you can see in this card, it's a card that says security, stability, savings, foundations, money. But, you know, the Four of Pentacles can advise us to be wise. Again, I think there is an advisory note in this card for you actually, which is to be wise about your energy. Think about where you invest it. But sometimes the Four of Pentacles also asks us not to hold on to something, and I think both of those messages apply, which is when somebody says something and you know something's going on behind your back, the gossip and the drama, and it feels rubbish, because it does, why wouldn't it? Then what they're saying is, look, don't hold on to it. Don't buy into it, literally don't invest in it, because you can't actually change it. There are people involved here who, unfortunately, that they do just live through a low vibration. You can't change it, but what you can do is choose not to personally invest in it. And what is delightful here, and it really is super lovely, is we're being shown that you don't actually need to see the outcome or the answer to this situation. It will emerge. Divine timing is in place. It's literally going to come together in the right way. So you can step back, call on your angels, because the more that you ask for assistance, the more they can intervene. They can't interfere with free will and conscious choice. We have to ask. So do please ask them. I'm really getting that loud and clear here. It's quite interesting. I think I'm going to use an angel pack in just a moment. Just feels so appropriate. In fact, let's do that now. Let's just draw an angel card for you. May we have a card, some advice and guidance from your angels. Meditation brings answers. You see, this for me is really acknowledging the need to take time out. Get still. Rather than being hooked into something, get still. There is a bigger picture, and this is really coming through. And what they're sort of saying is, you don't always need to see the bigger picture. Back to those ducks in a row. It's like things have to come together. I'm really noticing in this Anima Mundi card that we have the five-pointed star here. This is like the symbol of the dance between Venus and the Sun. You know, Venus is the planet of harmony, of balance, and the Sun, creativity, the ability to create seeds of change. And I mean, that is literally the shape that, if you look at the sacred geometry of the dance of Venus and the Sun, this is the shape it makes. And of course, it's also the shape of a human being. We have the head, 2 arms, 2 legs. This is really telling me that harmony and balance will resume. But there is divine timing, and it's sort of like all these things have to fall into place here. A lot of things, I talked about the planets aligning, and here we have lots of planets and symbols. Literally, things have to line up, and there's more than one thing going on here. And some of them, of course, are, well, the situation is affecting you, whatever this is for you. But and look at this again. Can you see on the pentacles here, we have the same star, the same 5-pointed star showing here. Choose where you invest your energy. It's really hard not to be drawn into things, isn't it? When something's going on behind your back, it's really difficult, because I don't know about you, but I think it hooks us in. Because you kind of want to know what's going on in order to try and fix it. It's one of the really challenging outcomes of gossip and drama, of people who create gossip and drama when they're doing it about someone, and you pick it up and your gut feeling says something's going on behind the scenes, but I can't fix it. You work overtime to try and work out what's going on. And this is a reading that your first message is really clear. It's like, don't work overtime on this. Don't give it your time. Don't give it your energy. Don't invest in this, because this is not helpful, and it's not going to make a blind bit of difference. It will just leave you feeling exhausted and burnt out and dry and lacking in energy. There are some things you don't need to see. Some things you do, but some things you don't. And this is coming together. There will be a much bigger picture. And actually things are being aligned. Literally the planets, as it were, are lining up. The energy is lining up. So get still, take time out. Do some stuff you love. Let it go. Let it go. There will come a point when literally the situation there will be a turnaround. That's what was coming through the moment that card came around. I just wanted to turn it the right way up. Well, the wrong way up, but you know. I wanted to right this person, put them the other way up. It will happen, and it will happen almost like I feel like in the blink of an eye. And you'll think, oh wow, all that worrying for nothing, it's just worked out perfectly. And when you look back at that, you'll think, wow, I invested all that energy in worrying about this and trying to work out the way forward. And actually, that was a lot of energy. And, you know, maybe you could use that energy to invest in something else instead. So there's clear messages coming through. Let's ask for more information, maybe even to just look at the week ahead. I feel your message is actually really clear, my beautiful pile one. But let's ask about perhaps the week ahead, information, guidance. How interesting that you have the Hanged Man again. Okay, you have the Hanged Man again. You have the Death card. And you have the Tower. In that case, what I am hearing here, my beautiful souls, I'm saying that everything is going to happen in divine timing. I'm going to say from this that it's going to happen quickly. Okay? I think you're going to see a turnaround and a result very, very quickly. And I was asking about the coming week. Probably within the next week, I think you will see, like, the outcome is just going to fall into place. The changes that need to happen will take place. We start with the Hanged Man. I think that's just like, I mean, you can't write it, as they say. Here you are. And yet suddenly, transformation, new beginnings. I love this skull. He's just like grinning all over his face. And then the Tower. I mean, these are the biggest cards of transformation, new beginnings. Transformation, new beginnings, change. And this one, release as well. So actually, the circumstances that you are feeling are a little bit stuck. They will be transformed, and I think probably this week. I did say actually earlier in the reading, if I recall, that I would ask about timing. And sometimes something will come up in a reading and then I will just move on and go down a different avenue. Because you sort of do, you're just in the reading, aren't you? This is how it is as we read. And then afterwards, somebody might put in a comment, oh, you were going to ask about this and you didn't. And that's, you know, completely fair, because it happens sometimes that way. But I think we've actually just been given the answer about the timing. I was asking what else you need to see for this week. The timing is, I think, probably at some point in this week, something is going to emerge that will create that shift. It will create the new beginning. It will create the transformation, whatever that is. And it's coming, you know, again, divine timing. I always think the Tower has an element of divine timing. It might be a bit abrupt or a bit, I don't know, might shake your world up a little bit sometimes, the Tower energy. But I always feel if we're embracing change because we want the change, then when the Tower shows up, it's like, it's a welcome change. It's like, oh, I needed that to shift, and it's shifting. So, beautiful pile one, this is your reading. I think the timing is here, and I think whatever you are waiting for, stuck in limbo over, take some time out, because it's coming and it's going to happen fast. And when it happens, which I think will be sometime in the week, really, in the coming 7 days, you know, again, you'll look back and you'll think, oh, wow, I really didn't have to invest all that time and energy in this because it was getting sorted anyway. So take time out, get still, and the answers, and ask for help. As much as anything, ask for help to maintain your own energy, pile one, to maintain your own peace of mind, your own stillness, and to maintain your trust that this is getting sorted. Pile one, have an amazing week, and do come back and touch base with us through the week. It's wonderful to read your comments, and you know, I'm sorry I can't reply to all of you. It is just impossible because there are too many comments, but I mean, isn't that wonderful? I'm just overwhelmed and overjoyed at the fact that you guys share so much and you support one another as well. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this really beautiful tarot community that we're building. At the time of posting this, obviously you could be coming to this in 6 months' time because ultimately they're timeless readings, but at the time of posting this, in the coming week, I will be doing my big all zodiac sign readings for the coming moon month. I always work with the moon month rather than the calendar month, but that's because I'm very passionate about manifesting with the moon. And for all of you who have also who are also passionate about manifesting with the moon, my Astro-Moon diary for 2024, which will be irrelevant if you're looking at this in 2025 or something, but if you're looking at this reading at the moment that I am uploading it, or relatively soon, my Manifest with the Moon 2024 diary is now available. It's on Amazon, and there should also be options at some point soon to be able to get them shipped across the globe to different places as well. And if you're on any of my email lists, I'll notify you when that's possible. So if you're having trouble accessing them, that is going to be possible. We've got different stores that are prepared to ship them out, so we're sort of navigating all of that at the moment. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. Tons and tons and tons of love. I will put the links to anything and everything, including the diary and the journal. Well, the diary at the moment is the only one that's live. The journal will be soon. I will be doing webinars about them as well, how to manifest with the moon and how to use these tools. And yeah, they're on a special offer as well. They are at a much reduced price for a couple of weeks. So if you're interested in purchasing those books, it's a really good time to do so now. Tons of love, pile one. Hey pile two, welcome to your reading. I need to just say I'm sort of have this little bit of a giggle going on in me, because the moment I drew this card, and especially when this heart, it was like reinforced when I placed this heart here in like the heart place. I just kept wanting to say, and obviously I couldn't say it at the beginning because it's not appropriate, because you need to guide yourself into whichever reading is speaking to you, but I kept wanting to say, get out of your own way. It's like, get out of your own way. You want something, get out of your own way. Stop being defensive, get out of your own way. And so I'm just going to voice that loud and clear right now, and then we'll draw some more cards. But it was coming through, and my reason for giggling was, it's very interesting. There's a real lightness, or there was in pile one, and there is around your reading too, and it'd be very interesting to see if it's in pile 3 too. I feel like there's this sort of massive angelic presence around you and around your readings this week. I sort of feel like they are smiling, they're sort of giggling and kind of almost like really honouring where you're at, but asking you to sort of lighten up a little bit. So I don't know where this is coming from. I'm just voicing it because this is what I say. I don't know where. I mean, I literally do feel like there's a ton of angels sitting in my working room, and that's heavenly. I mean, it really is. It's delightful. But this reading very specifically is, I just keep hearing this: get out your own way. Stop being defensive. It's like, almost like crack on with it. So I don't know what that message is about. Let's draw cards for you and see. We'll draw your oracle cards first. May we have guidance, a message, an immediate message. What's needing to be said for my beautiful pile, my pile 2. Oh, goodness me. Do you know, I think you've got 4 from this pack. Well, okay. We'll just go with it. We must always go with whatever we are shown. We have this one, and okay, we have this. I'm actually seeing the one on the top here. Okay, we have release negative habits. Okay, take action now, right? So get out of your own way and then take action. I think there's something of that coming through here. And then we have, her joy renders the impossible task possible. Wow. That feels really great and groovy and fantastic. It's like something you don't think is possible absolutely is. So cut the cords to any element of self-doubt or negative thinking that makes you believe it's not possible, and crack on with it. It's something you really want. Now, let me read these first before we turn over these cards. So, first of all, release negative habits. We all form habits and patterns in our lives, whether in thought or in action. But like a pair of comfortable old slippers, there comes a time when they outgrow their value to us and we must let them go. Do something different today that shakes you out of your usual ways of responding and have fun doing so. This is the lightening up energy that I was really feeling. It's like, don't do it in a critical way, do it in a fun way. It's like, if you know, when you notice yourself, I always think in the scheme of changing things, especially if it's a habitual pattern, a thinking pattern, or even a way of responding that is not helpful for us. But let's face it, we all do it. It's just human. I think it's kind of like when you notice, if you can notice yourself doing it, then you have the potential to change it. It's like if you're on autopilot, I think the noticing thing goes in there's like stages of noticing growth and opportunity. So like the first stage happens when we've done it again and we're like, oh no, I did it again. So you've noticed after the event that you did it, okay? Then we get to the point where we begin to notice. This is the next stage of development of opportunity in noticing. Okay, we then get to the next stage, which is when we notice that we're doing it while we're doing it, rather than after the event. And it's, oh no, I'm doing it again. So you're noticing while you're in it. And then eventually we get to a point where just before we do it, we're like, oh, I'm about to do that again. Okay, which means you can avert that, but you have to notice to change any of it. And then eventually you develop a completely new autopilot response because you've done something different often enough, and it becomes so the new default position that works for you is now in place. And I feel like there's something going on here. You may feel like it's really, really hard to do something differently because you're on autopilot, or there's something anyway that around, and it may be a circumstance or a situation that you think is impossible, and it's just that thinking that tells you that it's not possible, and actually it is. Everything here is suggesting, and indeed the angels that I feel are surrounding me today in your reading are saying, yeah, it's definitely possible, absolutely. You've just got to believe in this and take action, okay? This is a clear and unequivocal message that action on your part is needed now. Manifestation is not simply a process of visioning in and dreaming about your desires. When an opportunity is offered to you, you must also take action. Pay attention to the signs and move forwards fearlessly. So there's this whole kind of noticing thing going on. So notice, pay attention to the signs, and then notice your response to the signs. Now, one other thing on the noticing, which is, don't give yourself a hard time. If you notice that, if you're at that stage where you're like, oh no, I did it again, don't give yourself a hard time. Just reward yourself for the fact that you are now noticing, because if you're now noticing, it means you're going to be able to do it differently. Even if you catch yourself after the event, that's the very first step towards changing it completely. So give yourself a pat on the back and go, hey, way to go, I've just noticed that I've done it again. Right, I wonder if I can get to the point where I notice it while it's happening, or I wonder if I can get to the point where I notice it before it happens. What was the trigger? What took me into that? And once you start to choose to do it differently, you'll shift it. It will consolidate really quickly. I mean, I could waffle away about and talk about neuroscience and all kinds of really interesting stuff. But first of all, I might come back to it if it seems relevant. But let me first of all just look at the rest of your cards. So we have the empty room. We have the vision. Yes, here we go. Wonderful. We have the medallion and we have the seed. Yes. Oh, I mean, this is just, you don't have to know the meanings of these cards to look at the progression here from a place of, You know, the empty room, having a vision, knowing that you want something, reaching out for it, choosing to reach for it and sowing that seed. It's like this is a seed of possibility. Wow. Gosh, what does your heart desire? This came through a really similar theme in a reading that I did. I think it was the last set of pick a card readings I did. That there was something, and it wasn't specific because it's a generic and a general reading, so it will be unique to you, but there was something coming through about, you know, if there's something you desire, you know, what is your, that's what came through in the previous readings. I remember saying it was like, what's your top priority wish desire? Okay, you can have it. It's definitely possible. It's almost like it's there for the taking, but you've got to reach out for it. At the moment, it feels for me as if you're looking at this far off dream. But your angels, particularly, there's so much angelic energy around. Your angels are saying, well, you know, come on, let's go for it. Take action. We can assist you. You've got to ask for help. We can help to move it towards you, but you've got to ask and you've got to reach out. You've got to cut the cords that tie you to a place of defendedness, where you're not happy, you feel boxed in by a circumstance. But part of what's boxing you in here is your belief that this isn't going to work or that you can't have it. And everything here is saying that you can. I don't know what this is for you each. It will be something you really desire. I felt so strongly to put this heart right here. And you know, of all the devil cards, all the different tarot packs that I have used or seen, I mean, isn't he, you know, cute and gorgeous? And you know, as the devil, sometimes the devil cards are portrayed with chains and all kinds of things, but this guy is just kind of, you know, he's got his arms folded, which is really interesting because that's, if we look at body language, that's like a very defensive position. If you're sitting with someone and their arms are crossed, it's like you can, it is a sort of a known body language observation that perhaps somebody is feeling defensive about something. I think you want this so much. It's almost like you daren't allow yourself to believe that it's possible. That's what's really coming through here. You daren't allow yourself to believe in this possibility. That's what's coming through here. And yet, elevate your vibration, ditch the negative habits. Look at this rainbow bridge of healing coming in here in your card. Shake yourself out if you notice yourself going through any kind of repetitive thinking that says, I can't, or I shouldn't, or I won't, or it won't happen. Notice it, be kind to yourself, give yourself a serious pat on the back for the fact that you've noticed it. And even write down what might have triggered that, and then give yourself encouragement, super duper encouragement to continue. Bring your vision back into mind and do something to reach towards it. Really clear messages. I mean, you obviously, no reading is ever going to tell you what to do. It's your choice. This is a generic reading. You have conscious free will and choice. What you do with any reading is up to you, but the steps seem to me to be quite clear. Reach out and do something towards it. Take a step towards the something that you desire, whatever that might be, whether you research something or you join something or you pick up the phone or you, I don't know, whatever it might be, because it's unique to you. If you're growing a garden, well, and you've been sat there looking at your allotment or something and you haven't dug it because it looks like it's so vast, and you then go out and dig a square foot. You know, go online and look at a seed catalogue. I don't know, whatever it is for you, there's something. So much joy around you here in this reading in terms of validation that you can have this. But you're caging yourself in. Either circumstances are caging you in, and I'm acknowledging that that may be the case for some of you. But partly also your mind is caging you in, your beliefs. the old patterns of can'ts, shoulds, shouldn'ts, that kind of stuff. Pile 2. Let us draw tarot cards for you. What are we shown? Is there any advice perhaps as to how to address this? Maybe advice about the coming week for my beautiful pile 2s? Could we have any information about maybe guidance as to what action to take perhaps? Let's look at these first, and we can always draw more clarifying cards if we need them. Okay, so you have the Knight of Wands. That is lovely, because the Knight of Wands is a fast moving card. Okay, it's got energy, passion. So we have the Knight of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness me. Look at these monumental, amazing cards. So Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, the Star, and the Magician. Okay, you can make this happen. Right. Knight of Wands is a card of action. That's what it is. I don't think we need to draw clarifying cards particularly, but we'll see. We'll go with the flow on this. But I feel this is probably enough. The Knight of Wands, you need to take action. Trust. It's. I think you know. I mean, this is fire, intuition, flow. I think you know. You can see what you desire. Look here. Look at the way we have an opening here, with this like dream here in the future, and then right in this heart space here, or the heart chakra really, we've got this eye. You know, and a rose, love. You know what you're desiring. You know what you want. Take action. Whatever that action is, and it can be one step at a time, and I will draw more cards on this actually, see if we can get more guidance for you. The very nature of you taking an action, making a move, choosing to do something differently, just changing your thinking patterns even, it's going to turn the Wheel of Fortune. It's going to create a new avenue of destiny for you. And it's going to bring you what you want. You know, the Star is a card of hope, of miracles, infinite energy, inspiration. Pray, ask for help as well. Ask your angels. I keep seeing, this did come up in pile 1, but this 5-pointed star, the Venus star shape. The sacred geometry of the movement of the planets, the coming together, the stuff you love, Venus, with the creative spark of the sun. This is the shape, the 5-pointed star, the geometry that the sun and Venus make. It's their dance, and they come together. This is definitely coming through in your reading. It's like miracles can happen. Her joy renders the impossible task possible. You can do this. Power, action, skill. You can create. Exactly. Look at the eye here. Whatever it is sitting in your heart chakra, the thing that you desire the most, you can magically make it happen. Miracles can happen here. But you have to take action. There's something you have to fundamentally do. So your messages, pile 2, are to do with releasing those negative habits, which sometimes is a process of even just noticing, so that you can do that process of noticing without criticism, and then getting to that space where you, whatever the action is, you take action. Let's draw clarifying cards just around this. Take action now. May we have information? Take action now. Is there any detailed information around this? Knight of Cups. So we've got 2 knights here. It's doing something you love. Again, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, they're fast moving energy. They have a fast moving energy. This is moving something forwards. With faith, with trust. all we're being shown here is the greatest amount of encouragement to take action in something that you desire. Yeah. I'm coming back to the criticism as well for one moment. I'm going to draw an angel card for you in a moment to conclude your reading, pile 2, but truly don't get into another negative habit. Really is that when we start to notice that we're repeating something, we really can give ourselves a hard time. If you could if you imagine having I don't know, if you were to put a child in a chair in front of you and they made a mistake or they did something, a stupid mistake again, and you told them how stupid they were and you gave them a really hard time, physically you could watch them shrink in their chair. Alternatively, you could sort of say to them, look, don't worry about it, we'll make mistakes, this is how we learn, it's okay, look, now we know, and we'll be on the lookout for this next time. And the way that language will boost them to the point where they feel great about moving forwards and noticing and making changes, or they feel utterly shit and they remain stuck and caged in. And I just think it's I mean, these are kind of examples of things I'm talking about, the sort of things I used to talk about a lot in my counselling practice when I worked full-time as a therapist. And because people do this, we criticise ourselves for, it's like with people who have an inner critic, a really bad inner critic, and then they notice that they're criticising themselves, and then they criticise themselves for criticising themselves. You know, you really have to not do that, because it's so unhelpful. It just is so unhelpful. And I always thought that example of a child is quite a good analogy. But let's draw an angel card to complete. So please don't give yourselves a hard time. But really seriously, this is everything in your reading is saying the thing you desire the most. Don't be defensive about it. Go for it. Take an action. Do something to make it happen. Look at this, in the near future. In the near future. What a validation. So whatever it is that you are desiring, even if you're still at that stage of just noticing how you are defending and not, you know, you're still at the, oh, I've just noticed I've done that again. Do you know, this can change really quickly. And if you are already aware of what you're doing, blocking yourself from having something that you desire, you're feeling blocked in and a pattern within you says you can't break out, whatever this is for you, take action, and honestly, the wheel will turn, and I think the transformation will come, and I think you're going to see what you desire emerge very fast, really, in the near future. Beautiful souls, what a gorgeous affirmation from your angels. Pile 2, thank you for being here. It is super amazing and such a privilege and an honour to read for you. Thank you, all of you, for liking, sharing, subscribing, to those of you who give back through the super thanks. If you are watching this as I've uploaded it, I mean, if you're watching this sometime in the future in 2025, because they are timeless readings, you can tune into them at any time. But if you're watching it as I'm uploading it, my beautiful Manifest with the Moon Astro-Moon diary for 2024 has just gone live. And the journal should be live very soon as well. I will be doing webinars as to how to use them. These are tools to learn how to really engage and harness the energy of the moon so that you are working in alignment with the planets and using that energy to assist you in manifesting, ultimately manifesting your dreams and the life that you desire for yourself. So I'm very excited about it. If you're not in the USA or the UK, where they're currently available on Amazon at a very much reduced rate for 2 weeks as well, there will be an opportunity to buy through a store that will ship worldwide. I will keep you posted on that. If you're on any of my email lists, I'll let you know as soon as that option becomes available. And in the meantime, yeah, just thank you, all of you who are supporting, supporting me and the channel, and obviously buying those things, my cards, my books is really helpful. And on Patreon, I am going to be uploading, we're coming up to another new moon, I'll be uploading the all zodiac sign readings very soon for the coming month. Obviously, if you're watching this reading at another time, then that will not really be necessarily relevant, although wherever we are at any given time, there will be readings for all zodiac signs on Patreon for the present moon month. That's just my passion for manifesting with the moon, so my zodiac sign readings are connected to moon months rather than calendar months. But I just love working with the moon. It's just amazing, or it has been for me anyway. Beautiful souls, I'm waffling away. Have an amazing week. Take action now. This is what your angels are saying. This is just gorgeous and delightful. Tons of love to you, and I look forward to seeing you for some other readings really, really soon. Hey Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have the Hermit card and the beautiful Lizard. Lizards are all about entering the dream time. And the rune of Perth, initiation. I always feel like this rune suggests very often a really deep kind of, I don't know, like a spiritual awakening. And because the Hermit is suggesting, I want to say you time, I just feel there's something really, really special being voiced for you, whatever this message is, this unique message. It's sometimes a message inevitably connects us to maybe actions or circumstances that involve other people. What's already coming through for me is that this message feels deeply and profoundly personal to you. But we must draw cards to see what that's really about. Now, we have this one, and I'm feeling that the card on the base of the pack is the one that I want to bring through. Okay, so we have Anima Mundi. That actually came through in one of the other readings, I think. I think it may have been pile 1, I can't remember now. Let's just be tuned into your reading and no other. We have, gosh, I feel like I've got a settling energy around you. This is fascinating, like there's a greater stillness coming in here. What is this about for my beautiful pile 3s? I'm seeing this. And also this, 3 cards from this pack for you. Okay. You know when you have that feeling like you know when somebody says, if you're in a room and it's really quiet and you think, you know, if you could hear a pin drop, that's the saying. That's what I'm feeling like. You could hear a pin drop. I feel like everything has become really still in here. Compromise. Are you in a situation where you need to make a compromise, or are you compromising too much? This card asks you to review your position to be sure to find a solution that takes the needs of all parties into account, including yourself. Worth the wait. Is something or someone not moving forwards as fast as you would like? This card is here to reassure you, hold fast, be patient. The best things in life are worth waiting for. Shine. The time is right for you to spread your wings and soar. You have something valuable to share. Bring forth your greatest contribution. Step into your fullest potential. Show the world the real you. Reach out and shine. The universe supports your growth. Okay, then you have the card of, Blessing of the Kite Dancer. Okay. I want to sort of almost say you're overcoming or stepping over an obstacle of some sort. Maybe there's a negotiation taking place around you. If there isn't a negotiation taking place around you, I think there will be quite soon. Part of what I feel like you're being given the heads up about something here, my beautiful souls. There'll be something that you're going to need to negotiate. Now, it may be around you already. It's like, you know, when you make a, what's it when they say, like, you make a gentleman's agreement, as it were. Well, it could be a gentlewoman's agreement, but a gentle person's agreement. But traditionally, it was a gentleman's agreement, and you shake hands on it. Okay, right. Process this thoughtfully and make sure you are looking after your own interests. There's something really beneficial within this negotiation, but you need to make sure that you are paying attention to, literally paying attention to your own interests here. Because there's something that will happen. There'll be an outcome to this negotiation, whatever it is. You're in the stages of it emerging. There needs to be a process. It's almost like a handover of something. That's one way of looking at it, or a negotiating of a contract, or a negotiation of the terms and conditions of something, whether this is a relationship, whether it's a working thing. I don't know what this will be. It's unique to you, and actually a big part of what this is about is to do with you. You're bringing something to the table. It's kind of a bit like if you were headhunted by someone. And you need to remember that the reason they want to work with you is because you're amazing, okay? Because they want to work with you because you are amazing. So negotiate the terms of this arrangement in a way that honours you and your well-being. Don't just give something away. Think about what's in it for you. I don't mean in a selfish way. I mean in a fair and balanced way. Okay? You're being asked to consider the future here with the lizard. Think about what you want the ultimate outcome to be. Okay? With Anima Mundi. Think about, I think this may actually be, I'd have to check it, but I think this may actually be the very last card in this pack. I could be wrong. I'd need to go and look in the book, but it is right at the end, and I feel like it's this coming together of something. But whatever you are negotiating, it centers around your personal gifts, and it's not that there is nothing wrong or negative actually in the negotiation. Okay, there's nothing, I'm not seeing a single thing that's negative. In fact, let's just look at your other cards first. Yeah, we have the vow. Look at this commitment here. Look at this commitment. And then Aletheia. Okay. This is not black and white. This does not have to be set in stone. Right. Lovely. Yeah, there is an arrangement, a contract, a deal to be done. I'm not seeing anything negative in it. Quite frankly, none at all. This just looks to me to be an incredibly positive outcome for everyone. What this is advising is that you take your time to kind of cross the T's and dot the I's so that everybody's interests are looked after. You know, Blessing of the Kite Dancer is a card that invites you to begin something, to start something new, a new chapter, a new adventure, but something has to be, you know, she's jumping over an obstacle. It's not a negative obstacle, that's certainly what I am seeing it, but this is a dam. But for the dam to open, you know, things need to be in place. Process of initiation, it's a rite of passage. So take care of the details. Your message is so clear. This is either around you already. I think many of you will know exactly what this is. It's a job offer, or, as I said, whatever it is. Even, excuse me, even if it's a new relationship. If you think of a relationship as a contract. And I know that might sound a bit hard and non-emotional, but in my therapeutic practice, I used to do a lot of work with couples, and I loved it. I loved couples work because I always think if someone comes in with a relationship issue and both people are there, you know, your quid's in because you've got it all in front of you. You can deal with the real deal in its entirety. You can look at the relationship rather than different people's perspectives. the two sides of it. It's all there. And I actually, to help people to understand maybe their differences, I would literally say to them, think of a relationship as a contract. When you meet and you fall madly in love and you get together, you're so bowled over by being in love that you don't think to, you know, say, well, this is what I really want and this is what I really want, and you don't talk about it. There's a lot of assumptions that are made at the beginnings of a relationship because we're madly in love and everything feels fabulous. There's a lot of assumptions made that both parties want exactly the same things, and then later down the line we sort of discover that maybe we don't want the same things, or we have a different way. We do want the same things, but we have a different way of going about getting them. And this is often where differences can then start to cause problems in a relationship. Actually, the moment you think about it as a contract and you say, okay, so what was your imagined contract at the beginning, and what was your imagined contract at the beginning? Let's put it all out on the table, both sides of it, and you know, it doesn't have to be set in stone, and let's look at both sides of this and get our heads around it, and let's really build a contract that's right for both of us. Yep, okay. Review your position. Be sure to find a solution that takes the needs of all parties into account, including yourself. The vow, a commitment. There is something around you that requires a commitment. It's the coming together of something. Your reading is so clear, it's untrue. You need to think of your own interests, dream yourself into the future, and think about what the future will look like, which is what most of us don't do in relationships, which is why sometimes things then go wrong. I'm not saying that, you know, sometimes there are other reasons for things going wrong, like people think that they are in agreement and then later on down the line maybe somebody doesn't step up or whatever, you know. But let's sort of remove that for a moment. Dream yourself into the future. I feel like for most of you this is more likely to be some kind of a working arrangement, because we've got this, you know, the shine. This is about you showing the world the real you. But it could be, you know, it's a connection, it's a negotiation of some sort. Dream into the future, think about the longer term vision of what you aim to achieve, and then negotiate that in a manner that is right for all parties. And you are seriously on a winner. Seriously on a winner. There is nothing negative here, and I'm not seeing any resistance to that negotiation. In fact, I'm seeing an openness and an opportunity, and really a validation that for all parties, for both sides, this recognition of how this can work and how to make this happen is absolutely worthwhile. So really spell out the details, spell out your expectations, so you are clear about what you expect and how it can be. This is what I am seeing in your reading, my beautiful, beautiful pile 3. Now, we haven't drawn your tarot cards yet, so let's do that. Can we have more detail, more information? You have to remember as well that you're the bright star in the middle of this as well. Everything in this is centering around you, and there's something of your opportunity to shine in this. Your opportunity to be seen, to be visible. May we have more information, even information for the coming week, but let's just first of all ask more information, please, for my beautiful pile 3s. Let's look at these first. They come out 2 by 2, so we'll do them 2 by 2. So we have the Chariot, and then we have the Page of Cups. Okay. Right. So these 2 cards first, the Chariot. So I am seeing this opportunity again. We've got journey, success, progress, magic, love. I really do think this is going to be a very fruitful connection, whatever it is. And again, because of these 2 leopards, it needs to be on equal terms. This needs to be working for both parties. But we're seeing the promise of success here, a really, really fruitful partnership. And yes, it's in its early stages. With the pages, are quite a young energy. I feel like what we're looking at here is potential. So dream into the future of the potential, the long-term vision that you wish to bring, because this is loaded with potential. But there's a need for you to establish within this negotiation who you are and what you expect. Look at this. I mean, my goodness me. All I'm seeing is sort of like partnership, partnership, partnership coming through in every possible way. The vow in the middle here. We have 2 more leopards. We have 2 people. Creativity, union, freedom. This is about debate. Sometimes the 5 of Wands is a card of competition, but competition, debate, defense, this is actually saying, look, again, this needs to work on equal terms in every possible way. Although this can be a card of competition, it can also be a card of really successful collaboration, where, you know, you can really, really work together to make something happen. And again, we have this 4 of Wands, which is, you could not have a better card of union, of connection. And sometimes this does indicate an engagement, as does the vow. So whatever this negotiation, it's fab, it needs to be on equal terms, it needs to take both parties into account, but it's gorgeous. Your reading is so clear, it's untrue. Let's draw an angel card. May we have an angel validation. It's very interesting. I have to voice this. If this is your first choice, if you watch some of the other readings, you'll know that it's really felt like there's been some angelic guidance around in these readings. Now, I felt this kind of stillness arrive at the beginning of this reading. You know, I said like a pin could drop. And that's not exactly on tender hooks, but almost like this moment of pause, of saying, get still and really look at this, because I just think that this connection, whatever it is for you, has the most extraordinary potential here. Shine, vow here. I really do think this is a very new, there's definitely something new here, magical opportunity here. Really, really, I think a significant opportunity for all parties, both parties, all parties, whatever that is. I felt that it was really still. And now I'm moving through and we're asking for an angel card. It's like I'm now feeling like your angels, it's like this incredible angelic guidance around. And it's really interesting. There's quite a strong message. I also feel like there are people, there's people here, people coming through here as well, ancestors, your family, past, people who've passed over, saying, look after your own interests. It's really coming through. I think there's an acknowledgement here that you haven't always looked after your own interests. I think you've been very generous, very benevolent, very thoughtful, very caring, very kind. You haven't always looked after your own interests. And they're actually saying really clearly, look after your own interests here. There's no negativity in this. This is a fruitful outcome, but they're asking you to make sure that you enter this in a way that honours the gifts that you are bringing. You're not just almost like giving your gifts away. Okay, it's really clear, really, really clear. Maybe in the past there have been connections or relationships with people where it wasn't spelled out well enough, or people were competitive or envious of you. And in a way, there was therefore an inequality even in the energy from the start. Yeah, very clear. Gosh, very interesting energy around you. So much support for you coming through here. There is nothing negative in this. It's almost asking for you to make sure. It's like safeguarding yourself, safeguarding your energy, your gifts, so that whatever comes, you are going to be the beneficiary of your own gifts. Peaceful resolution, yeah. Don't be afraid to establish what you want. I think there's an energy around you where you're almost politely sort of saying, oh, this is fantastic, yes, I definitely want this, without establishing what's right for you. Don't be fearful that somehow this will go pear-shaped if you put forward your own perspective. And this is what I'm seeing now in the blessing of the kite dancer, this sort of like an obstacle, a dam to jump over. You're being guided here, and it's not an obstacle of a problem. It's purely about saying that, you know, don't be fearful to voice your needs here. Voice them loud and clear, and they will be heard, and the outcome will be absolutely terrific. Okay. Okay. May we have more information? I'm seeing this one. You're ready. Yes. Loving it. I do feel these two are coming through. It's funny, we haven't drawn this many angel cards for any of the others, but these are coming through as well. Look for a sign, and yes, it's the wait. Yes, again, take your time. Okay, don't rush into this. Okay, if you need to, if there's anything, excuse me, anything in the nitty-gritty or in the proceedings that you're uncertain of, just wait. Give yourself time out. Just say, actually, I can't do this today. I haven't got time, or I need more time to look at the details. Just take your time. A sign will be shown to you every step of the way in order to make sure that you establish this negotiation in a way that is right for all parties on equal terms, especially you. This is what's coming through so clearly. Look for a sign, you'll be shown. If there's any doubt at all about something, it'll be shown to you. I still feel I want to draw more cards for you. This is fascinating. I'm just going to go with this. I'm going to go with this. I just feel like we need a little bit more information. Everything is so positive. Take your time though. Take your time. Dream into the dream time. I'm almost feeling for some of you, it's like there'll be a first offer of something, and it would be, don't jump at the first offer. Come away. Give them time to come back with a second offer. Ask for more. Ask for what you need. Right, these are your cards. Yes, Ace of Swords and Six of Wands. How beautiful. So the Six of Wands is a card of victory, success, glory, as it says here. Fantastic. And the Ace of Swords is actually about being really decisive. So being really clear thinking. So be really clear about what you want, what you desire. You don't have to, again, you don't have to create the contract. This is what I'm really hearing with the wait and the look for a sign. You don't have to create the contract or write it. Indeed, you can hand it back to the other side. But what you do need to do is be really clear about what you require and what you need. And if you're clear about that, they will then go away and come back with various contracts, offers, negotiations, and then you look at that again with great clarity. But we're seeing success. You're going to get exactly the outcome you desire, and it will be on equal terms for everybody. Your reading is so clear, and I'm loving it. I did feel like such a strong entry of, family. Family, people you on the other side who walk with you, support you, your angels. Very much an angelic set of readings today. Your angels walking with you, but also family. Felt like family members coming in and saying, look after your own interests. Make sure you honor yourself here. An acknowledgement that maybe you haven't always done so, but this is coming through in such a fabulous way, and this is like giving you the heads up really around it, and this is your message, or your messages. Pile 3, I'm just loving your energy. It's such a clear reading. I am sending you the biggest hug in the world. Keep us posted. Let us know how this goes, and thank you so much for being here. It's such a privilege to read for you. Beautiful souls. If you're on any of my email lists, you probably will already have received, probably yesterday, an email about my Manifest with the Moon Astro-Moon diary. Obviously, if these readings are timeless, so if you're watching this in a year's time, in 2025, then what I'm about to say may not be relevant to you. But if you're watching it as I've uploaded it, my Manifest with the Moon Astro-Moon diary is now live. The journal should be live very, very soon. And thank you so much, all of you who purchased these books. I know many of you, like me, are passionate about manifesting with the moon. And this diary will give you all the information, as will the journal, to assist you in really harnessing the incoming energy of the moon so that you can manifest your desires and really understand how that energy affects you personally and use it to your very best advantage in your manifestations and your wonderful lives generally. So thank you as well, because all of you who purchase these things, my cards as well, it really does assist me in maintaining and putting lots of free stuff into the world. So thank you, you are a blessing. If you are on Patreon, which is a site that works on donations, thank you so much, all of you who are, because your donations really help me to maintain lots of free stuff, including my free online library. Beautiful souls, I will be uploading it again. If you're watching this as I'm uploading it, I will be uploading in the coming week a new set of all zodiac sign readings on Patreon, because my readings work with the moon month rather than the calendar month, just because I am passionate about manifesting with the moon. So watch out for those, and thank you all who are on Patreon. And in fact, to be fair, even if you're watching this in 2025, as I am sure I will still be doing my all zodiac sign readings on Patreon, they are always there. The current moon month all zodiac sign readings are always available for you to check in with, as well as tutorials that I do over there, connecting to how to read the cards and the runes. Beautiful souls, tons of love. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Don't forget to press the little bell icon if you subscribe, so you get all of the readings coming into your stream as soon as I upload them. And you can, of course, always just check out the Moon Magic Weekly Tarot channel homepage and click on videos and look at all the videos there if you're looking for one to tune into at any time. Tons of love, pile 3. Keep us posted. So excited for you, because this does honestly look like an amazing, absolutely amazing opportunity. Tons of love.